Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a bootable USB drive for Pop! OS from System 76. Pop! OS is a great distribution for new and inexperienced users, so if you are the everyday Linux user it's perfect for you. And all you have to do is insert a blank USB drive into your computer and then click on the download link. And then there's three versions available. There's the LTS version, there's one for NVIDIA, for people with an NVIDIA graphics card, and if you have a Raspberry Pi, you've got a Raspberry Pi version. All we need to do is click on this download link here, and Pop! OS will start to download. We also need a tool called balena etcher. This is what is used to create the bootable USB drive. So head on over to etcher.balena.io. And when you see this screen here, click on download etcher. And there's versions for Windows, Mac and Linux. And we're going to be choosing the Windows version, so click download. And that will start to download in the top right corner as well. Once that's finished, you can close down the web browser and click on the setup. To run balena etcher, what you need to do is you need to go open up a Windows Explorer and head on over to your downloads folder. And you'll see the setup icon here, so double click on that. You can close the Explorer window now. When balena etcher starts, you should see this screen. If it doesn't start automatically, you can click on this icon and you should see this screen here. Now what you want to do is click Flash from File, head over to your downloads folder and then click on the Pop! OS image that you downloaded previously. Click on Open. Now this icon here will either say change or select. It depends how many USB drives you've got in. I've got two, so it's saying change. If I click that, it'll show me the USB drives I've got in, and what I need to do is check the one that I want to write Pop! OS to. So I'm choosing this one here. I'm going to select it and then I'm going to click Flash. A pop-up will appear asking whether I'm sure. You need to click yes to that when that pops up for you. And Pop! OS will now be written to the USB drive. It will take that amount of time, probably a bit more. It's usually between 15 and 20 minutes. Eventually you'll see this flash completed message, and that means the USB drive has Pop! OS written to it. And what you can do now is close this program and you can put the USB drive in the computer that you want to boot into a live image of Pop! OS. And now that will be a live image, which means it won't overwrite the operating system. It just runs in memory. And you can do anything you want on that live image and it won't affect your current operating system at all unless you run the installer. Now what you need to do is boot into the computer that you want to run Pop! OS on, and you need to press the relevant function key to bring up the boot menu, and that differs from manufacturer to manufacturer, so it can be F1, F2, F7, F9, F12 or escape or something like that. You can look online and search up your manufacturer to find out what the boot key is, or you can randomly pick them until you get the right one. Sometimes it flashes up on the screen just before you press it, but I'll show you how it does it on mine and you can try it on yours. So press the relevant function key here and it's brought up this menu here, and all I need to do is press the down arrow and pick my USB drive and then do try or install Pop! OS. Here we are in the live image of Pop! OS. You can use it and all the apps are here, so you can use it. Now your performance will depend on the memory you've got available to you, but everything's there. Remember, if you do install any software, when you reboot it won't be there anymore because this is running all in memory. If you do decide that you want to continue with Pop! OS, you can install it by clicking this icon down here. The installer will pop up when you first boot in anyway, so you can always follow the installer there. Remember, if you do follow the installer, it's going to overwrite the operating system that is on your machine. But that's the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time on Everyday Linux User.